So we're in my back garden now, but for the most of the time I've been gardening, I've done so in small spaces. These small spaces are often overlooked, but they can provide big inspiration. The mistake a lot of people make when they're gardening in a small space is to get a lot of pots with lots of little things in. You're much better off having fewer, bigger troughs. In fact, get the biggest containers you can fit and plant those up. Once you've got your container, it's a good idea to pick your plant palette. Whatever you decide to go for, I'd advise that you opt for fewer plants and pick 3 of them to get a consistent rhythm throughout your small space. But there are a couple of plants that, whatever your small space and whatever the conditions it gets, I'd recommend you give a go. They are Muhlenbeckia and Mind Your Own Business. So Muhlenbeckia will give beautiful coverage and these spindly, tumbly leaves for most of the year. Mind Your Own Business is a creeper, and if you had this in a garden bed, it would run riot. But the beauty of planting in containers and small spaces is that you can get a green carpet of foliage even in the depths of winter. Both of them can go happily in most troughs, and they can underplant your other more spectacular plants. After that, it's really just a case of enjoying your trough. The beauty of this is that it can be all seasons, so you can pop bulbs in there in the autumn to come up in the spring. You can put summer annuals in if you want a bit of colour, but relying on that evergreen base of ferns and ivies to make it look good all year round. Don't forget about height either. You might only have a small space underfoot, but upwards you can plant all sorts. I really like things like chimney pots to give the illusion of height and raising plants up above the level you might expect them to be. Ultimately, small spaces have masses of potential, and if you learn how to plant them well, you'll create a green haven at home.